All right, Damien, how satisfying to get another win on the road in a tight one, as Lockie was just saying, to be able to ice that and give yourself confidence going into a big week?
Yeah, that was probably the best part about the win. We had a lead and they put us under a bit of pressure there coming back, but we've had a couple of close losses, so it was good to go on with it and get the win. Tight one as well.
And I guess with them firing late down the stretch there to be able to hold on, what was the sort of, secret to that? Or did you change anything going down the stretch there as they were starting to come back into it?
No, probably something we learned from the other two games where we've led and let it go, just going away from our game plan and not backing ourselves. So I think we still had some areas, can probably improve in different areas, but no, all in all, we just sort of backed our footy and did our thing and stuck to the plan. Sorry.
And for your Anzac Day, how special is it going to be to play in this as someone who grew up in the area and would have watched the Dragons play in this match?
Yeah, I think it's one of those games that even if you don't play for the Dragons or you're just a footy fan, everyone tunes in for this game, so it's going to be a special one. And yeah, you're right, I've watched this game most years where I can, so looking forward to taking part and actually running out in the field in front of a packed crowd. It's going to be a special day, and it's a real honour to play on Anzac Day.
Can you talk to us about what the family said that came in today and spoke to the team about?
Yeah, we heard a bit. It was great to have the family in. Heard a little bit about Spencer's story and the type of person he was and the sacrifice he put his life on the line to protect, in the words of his family, his teammates. So he tried to relate it back to rugby league, which there is no comparison. But he said he was a great team player and what he did and the sacrifice he went through to protect his mates and his country.
How does that impact on you when you play in a game like this?
Like I said, it's pretty special to be able to play on a day that's so special to our country. So just hearing those stories, putting a real meaning behind the jersey, get a real connection there, and you just hope that we want to go out there and put our best foot forward and represent the jersey well and the family and represent, just do our best on the day. Like I said, on a special day of Anzac Day.
How big has Jacob Little been the last few weeks? He seems to be just hitting such good form, and you two really seem to be clicking, even when you're on the field together.
Yeah, he's been in great form for a long time, even all last year as well. So, and he's doing a great job off the bench. So the whole bench is as well. But you saw when they're coming on, they're really making a difference. And he's managed to score a try when it's most needed a couple of times. There's one against Melbourne, one on the weekend again. It's great from Lockie and Kyle to link up, and great support up the middle from Little. So, mate, he's doing his job, and I'm really enjoying working alongside him.
How important is a player like him in big games like this where the intensity is lifted up? We've seen in Origin guys that play that 14 role come on and when the intensity is up and forward packs are tired. Do you expect him to have that sort of role again this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just doing his job, whatever's needed for the team. And he's a great runner of the ball, and he's great in the defensive line as well. So coming off the bench, you want to make a difference, want to make an impact, and he's done that every game at the moment. And I just, like I said, really enjoyed playing alongside him, and he could easily play that 14 role in Origin as well if they need to.
And what do you make of the Roosters so far?
Yeah, look, they've obviously got their dangers. They've got some great kick threats out wide. Teddy's always going to be greater through the middle and all over the park. He's such a quality player, one of the best in the world. So he's definitely one to watch. They're a very aggressive side. It's going to be a big one for our pack to go up against them. I think it's going to be a battle one between the forwards for sure.
Last year, I know the Dragon as well. Last year, heads 30-point loss away, 42-point loss home, with defence being kind of like a main priority. What do you make of that?
Is that from
the last two heads-to-heads with?
Oh, there is. Yeah. Yeah. Look, they've spoken a little bit about it today. Just obviously the occasion of Anzac Day and what happened last year, but I can't really comment too much. I wasn't there on the day, so I didn't know what was happening or anything like that. But I can speak about this year and our focus on defence, and I think we showed that against Manly. We'll put under the pump a lot. We have this year. We've made it hard for ourselves at time, but we've really defended our line really well. On the weekend we had to make over 400, I think, tackles, and we only missed 16 as a team. So we've got a good mindset, and it's going to have to be a good mindset this weekend as well, because it is just a round game, but it's a different one. It's a special one that everyone wants to win.
So you think you kind of wiped the slate clean? You can't think about last year, like the teams are so different, aren't they?
They are, and every year is different as well. You don't know. It's similar, like I could probably compare it to Good Friday games. I've played a few of those, and irrelevant where anyone's sort of sitting on the ladder, it's always a good contest and a good battle. And I know last year was a bit of a blowout, but I know both teams are going to be up for it this weekend for sure.
Have you noticed anything different about, Lockie's preparation or the way he's approached games? Because he seems to have really looked a lot more, it looks really relaxed out there, going down the stretch and directing the team around in these wins?
No, I think he's done the same thing every week, to be honest. I think it's just when it comes down to critiquing teams that have lost it, the halfback seems to cop a lot, and I think he's been doing the same thing week in, week out. It's up to us to make sure, as a team, that we're putting our halves in a good field position to make the right choices. I think he copped a little bit too much the last couple of weeks, but it's good to have a couple of wins, and as a halfback, you put a lot of the pressure on yourself, so I'm sure he's enjoying it a little bit more at the moment.
If the Dragons were to win on the weekend, that would be the first time since 22 they've had 3 in a row. What would it mean to be part of that sort of turn around and start putting some of that consistent footy together?
Yeah, I think what's most important on the weekend is getting the win against Manly when we did. So just so we weren't going win-loss, win-loss. It's a bit of a roller coaster of emotions when you do that throughout the year. So it was really important to get that one, and we just want to keep building on that momentum. So 2 in a row now. Everyone wants to win every game. So obviously, be good. You always want to be winning 3 in a row, 4 in a row, whatever it is. So we'll be going out there putting our best foot forward and hopefully get the win.